She's here to talk about a mentoring and coaching program for women who are either entering the workforce or already find themselves in the workforce. You can check out the website that is called wingsforgrowth.org, and the CEO and lead founder is here to talk about this important new program, which is really enriching the lives of women and their professional lives. We have Varsha Waishampayan who's with us here this morning on WCTC. Good morning, and how did I do with the name? Pretty good?
Very good.
Not bad, right?
Not bad at all,
Well,
Bert. Good morning to you as
welcome,
well.
Welcome, Varsha, and good to have you here. In what you've seen in the world of work, are there just not enough people who are perhaps mentoring or coaching women professionals or maybe young girls who are entering the workforce? There's not really good mentoring programs that are out there?
I think that there are a lot of mentoring programs, and they all have its benefits. What I wanted to do, I spent 3 decades of my career on Wall Street, and I felt that there is absolutely a need for a formal mentoring and coaching program. So most people think mentoring means just give advice, meet for a cup of coffee. If you have questions for your mentors, you answer them. For us, mentoring is a little bit more responsibility, right? Accountability. So mentor is not just there to give advice, but open the doors, create opportunities, and that's development. So this is what we really are after, that it's not just about mentees, it's also about mentors. Just because somebody becomes a senior executive in the company or very experienced business owner doesn't automatically make them a great mentor.
No, you're right. And it's kind of an interesting angle, too, because you said sometimes just making business connections, particularly for somebody who's new to the world of work where you don't know anybody.
Absolutely.
I mean, I go to networking things all the time. I was just in one Elizabeth the other night. I do a lot of stuff for the statewide chamber, so I'm in networking things all the time. And sometimes just getting in front of people that are kind of like either decision makers or make hiring decisions or are movers or shakers in a particular industry that a woman wants to work in, that's priceless when you get in front of the right people because they know what the job openings are, they know what the long-term and short-term needs are. Without that mentoring or someone to kind of make that connection or build that bridge, sometimes it just never happens for some very good and capable people, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, an impactful network, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just exchanging business cards or knowing each other isn't enough. How do we we leverage that relationship?
Right.
And it's, like it or not, it's transactional, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's never one way. And if it is one way, it's not going to last long. So we teach a lot of those leadership skills to our mentees by the means of mentoring, by the means of coaching, workshops. And not only that, we give them an opportunity to work on projects in a leadership capacity. Because you can learn as much as you want, but if you don't put it in practice, you forget, right? You're busy with your work, and you're like, oh, what did I do 3 months ago? You're
right. If you never apply it, then what's the point there? So give me a real world example, if you would. Very soon, we're going to have thousands of graduates leaving Rutgers University very soon, and they're going to be ready to kind of write the next chapter of their lives. Various directions, various career pursuits, of course. Maybe some will continue their education. Some of them are ready just to kind of go to work right now. So let's say, for example, we have a group of women that maybe are interested in the financial world. They want to get involved maybe as financial advisors, financial planners. Through you and through your service, through wingsforgrowth.org, you could maybe pair them up with somebody who could kind of bring them along in their careers. Is that kind of how this works?
Yeah, so our focus is not just for students, also for women who have some experience in the workforce.
Okay.
Right, because we often face that women go into the middle and then the middle gets bigger. Right, you put in 8-10 years of experience, you learn a lot, and now you don't know how to go up. And then also for the students. Now, it's interesting that millennials, right, they're very self-entitled and and I love them, right? They are like very authentic, very true to themselves.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that when we started Wings for Growth 3 years ago, my first focus really was students, because I felt that when they come into workforce, everything is just so new to them. But when my ideas were outdated, these girls and men and women, both students, are ready. Like colleges are doing a great job. But I think what I want more of things that happen is for them to look out for a mentor. Right? Because they come out and they have 4.0 GPA. I'm so good. I got a job at Goldman Sachs. What do I need a mentor for?
Yeah.
So for mentoring to them is something like you need when you're struggling. That's wrong. I really want to change that mindset. That mentorship, mentors, coaches, you need them as soon as you hit the workforce or even before. And I want to see that change come into the students.
You're right. And no matter how successful a person is, never stop learning. You could still work with mentors throughout most of your career. I mean, you're a CEO or a CFO or something. Why stop learning at that point? Why stop developing or why stop growing?
Yeah,
for people that are well established and experiencing some levels of success in the workforce, when you surround yourself with good people, you can never go wrong, right?
Yeah, you always need the support system.
Oh, always. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And even for people, women that are already established, that have careers, and this mentor's availability is for them too, right?
Yeah. So what we do is, first of all, we make sure that the mentees who are in the program, they're passionate about their own success, because it's a very formal 10 months long signature program, and we have a methodology. So it's pretty serious program. So it's not like something you can do when you have time.
Oh, yeah.
So so we also don't make it very easy for people to get in. So the mentees have to go through a major selection process, interviews, presentation, essay writing, and only when they make it through, they get enrolled in the program. And then they get supported by a mentor. There's a champion who supports them. All of these are senior people who work with us in our organization. They also get an executive coach and as well as a program manager. So each mentee is supported by 4 different people. And that's a lot of support system. They go through development plan. We sit down with them. We think about their objectives. What are the challenges they are facing? What strengths they have? It's not always good to look at what you can improve. What do you have as your traits?
Sure.
These are your strengths. Leverage your strengths for your own success. So we create a development plan. We send them for workshops, half day, full day, leadership workshops, and we give them a project to work on so they can practice.
And I think the main goal of this is eventually is not only do you want these people that are enrolled in the program as the mentees, you want them to develop and succeed, but then at the same time, someday you want them to kind of pay it forward and now sort of assume the mentor role someday and say, hey, this is how it worked for me, and now I want to help you. They say for every time you go up, lift somebody up with you. That's kind of how it's done, right?
That's exactly. So the project that they work on is a nonprofit project. So this is how we create a multiplier effect, exactly what you said, right? That we want our mentees to get all the benefits from all this experiential guidance that we are giving it to them through the mentors and the coaches. But during the project, they work with a nonprofit of their choice, or we can help them find a project where they're paying it forward, right? By being a mentor to someone else who can use their help, or by just being a leader for that organization and help the organization rise.
We're going to talk about another really interesting initiative that this was just yesterday in New York. You launched this.
Launched it, yep.
We'll talk about that in a second, but we were talking off the air here about the incidents in New Zealand. And you lived there for a brief period?
Yep, I lived there.
Nice place to live?
Oh my God, it's beautiful. We lived in Wellington, and I remember coming from India, we lock everything.
Yeah.
And when I went to New Zealand, people weren't locking their doors when they were going on vacation.
Wow.
So when I heard this morning, I'm like, what is happening? It's such a beautiful country, and I hate to see things like that.
This other program that you just kind of rolled out yesterday, talk about what 101 Women on Deck is all about.
Yes, thank you for asking for that. Right. So we just launched this program yesterday in New York. It's called 101 Women on Deck. So what happened, Bert, we know that because of Time's Up and Me Too movements, it's good that there's a lot of awareness, right? So women are getting their voices heard. And as a result, I know that there will be a lot more opportunities knocking at women's door, right? So what we really want to make sure that when the opportunities knock, women are ready, right? If they're not ready and if they say, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it, it's a step backward, right? We really don't want that to happen. So through our signature program that I just described a few minutes earlier, we know that we can take very selective women in our cohort. So because I gave up my job to do this as a nonprofit, I really wanted to have a program where we can address the needs of the masses. So we never have to say no to anyone. So 101 Women on Deck is an initiative where we're bringing 101 senior men and women executives as mentors in the program, and we're asking them to take a pledge with us to mentor one woman each, right? So I feel that as a mentor, if you can go and tell somebody that, hey, I believe in you, I trust you and I want to help you rise as a leader. That woman will remember you as a mentor forever, right? And not only that, she will do it for someone else, right? So this is the how multiplier effect we can get. So by end of this campaign, and we hope that we can get there in like quick in 3 months.
I think you will, sure.
So last night we had like about 30 people signing up. Before even we launched,
Wow.
we've been doing the social media. We got 20 mentors online signing up. So we're halfway there. So I'm very excited. In a day or two, we made it really great. So now your listeners, I ask your listeners to please consider, if you have experiential guidance to give and somebody can benefit from your guidance, sign up on our website as a Chief Change Agents, aka mentor, right? We also call them Chief Change Agents, and help one woman in your life, whoever that is.
Of course. Does it matter what sort of field of expertise
Nothing.
you're looking for? A wide variety of things.
It's
right?
a campaign. It's a call to action. You can be a housewife as long as you can help somebody, right? So two days ago, somebody called me and they said, "Hey, can I be a mentor? I don't work. I just live. I have family." I said, "What do you like to do?" She said, "I love cooking and I really want to teach cooking." All right, do that, right?
Perfect.
Just help someone. It's that passion, that emotion that I can help one person. Everybody can help somebody.
Yeah.
And this is the idea.
Everybody has something to offer.
Yeah, something
I've
to
always
offer,
thought.
yeah.
So whether it could be like people that are in the legal field, financial, educational, retail, anything that you do that
yeah.
you could sort of share your expertise with that next generation of worker, this is where it's done.
And
Great.
Your mentee could be high school student, could be a student in universities, college, working woman, whatever. Just idea is just tell somebody I want to help you and help them.
That's how it's done. Now, this is so new. You said you rolled this out yesterday.
Yes.
Are you online? Is there a website and Facebook
Yes,
and all that
so
stuff
on our
already?
website, if
Okay.
you go on www.wingsforgrowth.org,
okay.
there's a page called on the menu 101 Women on Deck.
I'll look
if you
for
click
it.
on that page, you can apply as a Chief Change Agent, as aka mentor.
I'll look for it.
Thank you.
What motivated you? Why did you want to do this in the first place? Why are you here today? I guess, how did you wind up here from, you said you had worked on Wall Street for decades, right?
Yes.
So what led you to go in this direction?
Well, thank you for asking that. It's a little bit of an emotional story that I like to share. My late father, he had a lot of influence on my career and me, and I learned so much from him. He was a teacher, and he transformed many lives during being a teacher. He was a professor of economics. So in 2015-16 time frame, I've been very busy since I came from India 30 years ago here. So I wanted to take some time off sabbatical and visit my father in India. And he was not doing health-wise very well, so that was another reason why I took the sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
And one evening, I was walking with him, and he said to me that, "Varsha, I see that teacher in you." And I was a professor of chemistry before coming here. So he always wanted me to go teach. And I would laugh and I would say, "But I'm not old enough to retire." And he goes, "There is never a bad time to do something good.
Wow.
It's a matter of priorities." And Bert, that's what hit me.
Wise man. Smart man.
That was it. And then I was just wondering, I want him to be proud of me, and I don't want to regret not doing it. So I came back home here, and after a week of mulling over this and thinking about it, I was working at PwC, and I went and I submitted my resignation.
Wow. Sometimes it just takes the right words from the right person at the right time.
Yes.
And it can be life-changing, right?
Yep. He passed away last year, so I hope he's watching us from heaven and being very proud of us.
Tremendously proud. How could he not be?
Thank you.
So now it's this is your life's work now, and now look at all the lives that you are enriching through your mentors and your mentees, and it's really an enriching thing. It really is.
And many others who are with me at Wings, they are
Yeah.
helping other people as well. So I'm very fortunate that way.
All right. All the information, again, wingsforgrowth.org, and find out about this very exciting and very successful program. And it's going to make a big difference for a lot of people. So, Varsha, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I know
you.
we hustled this together, and you had a night in New York City, and you made it here this morning. But
It was what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you enough. Can't thank you enough for being here. So have a great weekend, and thank you.
You as well. Have a great day. Thank you so much.